So now we're ready to create our workload directory. So we're going to create a new directory. We'll call it demo, and we're going to open it in VS Code. So since this is a completely empty directory, devoid of the SDK folder, we're going to hit yes on this prompt and generate it. So this contains the address table for all the functions provided in the operating system under kernel API, the linker script to lay out sort of the floor plan, and the makefile to compile at the end. A couple things I want to point out before we start. We want to define a struct of this type, kernel API T, or type, and we need to take note of this macro right here, kernel API address. So in the root directory of your workload, we're going to create this file, workload.c. It has to be named this in order for the compiler to realize it's there. Then we're going to include the API directory, the API header file, sorry. We denote the function that the OS runs using this keyword right here, main. And we'll call the function run. So in here, we're going to define our kernel API context. And we use the macro here. Now let's just run a simple print function. We'll print hello world in order to write to the display. And yeah, that should be a basic workload ready to go. Now, we want to compile it and we want to stream it over to the OS. But before we can do anything, there's two things that we need to ensure are filled out. So if you go to VS Code's options and go to Math Unikernel, we want to make sure that our interface for this device's NIC is listed out here, and that the MAC address of the unikernel is written here. So we saw that when we boot the OS. Now, to use some of our extensions features, we're going to open this menu down here, and we're going to hit compile. So we've now created the binary. And the last step is to stream it over. So we want to stream workload.binary or .bin. I enter my password here as this does involve administrator privileges. And it says here we've sent out 164 bytes and 2 frames. And when we look at the OS, sure enough, we get a hello world. So yeah. That's how you use our deliverable, and we'll be providing documentation in the GitHub and on our website. Thank you very much.